guys, what's up? It's the Mega Doctor here, and today's part 2 of my Bearded Dragon's new tank setup. So, not too much is different. I've added stuff to it to make it look nicer and for her to climb on. I took out I took out one thing so that there'd be more room in there, and without further ado, let me show you. Okay, so, first off, as you notice, I built that. She's right there. But I'll get started on this side. So, I took out her, like, half log over there, because she doesn't really fit in it. So, it was just there in the way, and I needed space to put, all of this other stuff. So, I moved the plant from over there to here. I also got rid of the hammock, as you can see. And I put two of the cactus things there. I had one up there, but she pushed it down, which I'll get to in a minute. And her food's still there, but the water is now over there. For her food, she makes a mess of it all the time, so she'll pick it up and push it over and kick it over. But she has kale, and then these are dried soldier worms, which is more like chicken food. But they eat those as in case they aren't eating crickets or mealworms. So that's just something like, or if we're out of crickets or other food for them, then we could just leave that and they can still get their protein or whatever other nutrients they need. I moved this here. I had it flipped, where this was over here, but I thought if she wanted to jump down, she could just land on there instead of, going on that and hurting herself. So the first time I did that, I put her up here just so she knew that there was something up there. And as soon as I flipped it around to there, she belly flopped on it. She miscalculated her jump and just fell on it. So then underneath, my mom gave me a good idea of what to do, which is put another level here. So if she wants, she can go underneath this and on top. I may or may not do that. I also am thinking about either boating out more or boating ramp down and over. So it could just be over this maybe. I don't really know. I could do one over here, just build it here in the corner above this and it goes down. So she has some spots to go. But I think for now this is what I'll stick with. And if you can't already tell, it's made out of Lincoln logs. I'll get to why I chose these types and why I did this and what I used to make it. Underneath, this would be a cold spot where I can move the rock if I want. But I have a rock there for just to put it there because it was back there, but she still needs room to turn around, which there she is. So her water's over there where it can still be hit by the heat. Now, normally you don't want to have water because it can give them respiratory issues like infections and diseases and stuff. Well, maybe not diseases, but definitely infections. But on the top, it's so open with these that it shouldn't really be a problem, and half the time she's up here or over there or running around here. So, I'm not too worried about it. Whenever you put the crickets in, they normally go straight to drink the water, come over here, nibble on the food and stuff, and hide over there by the heating rock. So, that keeps them doing their stuff, and she doesn't even care too much about them being in here. For crickets don't live that long anyway, so pretty much they can just live here and get the food and water that they need. And so I made it to where she can go under there because it's sort of like a hide that's heated for her, so at night she can still stay warm, and that I guess could help keep some heat in, but it might also make her feel more protected because it's not just open. She can hide under something or go in something, which is why I also have it like that. So it is made out of Lincoln logs, super glue, and wooden Lincoln log flat pieces, planks. To get started, what I first did, the reason why I chose these type of Lincoln logs, the flat ones, is because I was putting these in here to help hold it together. And don't worry about that cricket. It's dying, I guess. I don't know. Put it in between to hold it and just give it decoration so it looks like a bridge. And it sort of bends down too a little bit. I used hot glue because it's easier to get off, and if I need to fix anything, it can be a little bit of a pain to get off, but for the most part, it's not going to look terrible. Not like the best, obviously noticeable, but it's still there. I've had this up for just about 24 hours now, and it's still good. And the temperature of it melting is like 250 and like 250 degrees Fahrenheit, and this only gets up to like 106, so she's totally fine. I got rid of a lot of pieces that she could possibly eat, and for the most part, I think she'll be okay. I mean, she's doing okay right now. She's just chilling. So I actually started by building this platform, thinking that I was going to put it there, because these pieces are shorter that way than those are. But then I was like, okay, well, you know, if I'm going to have a ramp up here, she's going to need more room to go around. So I switched it out, and plus I had fewer of these, so this also makes it come out longer. And if I need to, I can build more over. But I built that first, put the supports in, which this one is just glued to this one by one, but this one is just glued on normally. So after that, I got this on, set it down, didn't glue it yet, and figured out how I wanted that to be, which she has climbed on this. When I first put her in here, she was up here, went down, and then I put her up there again after a while just so she could, you know, bask a little bit. And then she did fine. She slept there all night. She was okay. She was still warm, because it stays pretty warm in my room. She jumped down, went around. She doesn't really climb around. She likes to climb up that and then jump over. And half the time when getting down, she'll either jump from here or fall down here, because this isn't actually connected to the glass. That's why that fell, because she was coming up and pushed it down. And that's why that's there. And then after getting these two pieces in, I wanted to figure out where this piece would go, and how high and how close to the heating lamps that I wanted it. One's a heating lamp, and then one's the UVB. The heating lamp's obviously to keep them warm and at a good temperature, and then the UVB is so when they eat, they can get the nutrients, and it helps their body get the nutrients that they need. Otherwise, they can eat and eat and eat, but it does absolutely nothing for them. And they'll just keep eating, but it doesn't do anything. So, after I built that, I found these longer pieces. I couldn't find another orange one, so the green one's on the end, just because it sticks out more. And I figured out how far away I could have it before I needed to put this on. So I figured out where that needed to go, put this in, glued this down, and then glued the edge there. So she actually does climb on this. It also gives it a little bit more aesthetic. It isn't like professional by any means, but it does look better than, you know, what I thought it'd go. Because normally I'd be like, oh, I want to do this, and then I try to do it, and it doesn't come out good. But this actually sort of did. And the reason why I use the flat pieces is because, like I was saying, I was doing these along the edge, but at the normal Lincoln logs, like these ones, have holes within certain distances. So these ones are like 3 long, so get rid of one of the pegs. And then it would have a hole in the middle, and you'd have to either put one of these or just leave it. And I thought this looked better, so I did that. And she's just under here for now, basking. There's Fawkes. It's Fawkes, based off of Harry Potter and the Phoenix from Harry Potter. So that's what that is for now. It's how I turned this to look, and like I said, I think it looks pretty good. She loves it. She hasn't seemed at all like angry or scared or frightened or anything. She does still go around trying to get up the glass and try to get out a little bit. Uh, I don't know if it's either she sees herself, she pooped, but she hasn't pooped, or she just wants out. So I was gonna take her out. I can move this, but I think for now she's fine where it is. And these aren't actually connected to this, so I can still pull this out to clean. And it's only glued on the top, so if I need to, I can bend it, and it should still be okay to put it in out. If I really need to take this out for whatever reason, no, I'll be able to, but for the most part, it's okay. Probably just put this back or put it somewhere else. But that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let me know down in the comment section what else you want to see, ideas that I could do for her tank, and just anything else. See you guys later.